talking about what to expect this year. Here's the logo, Laker legend Jerry West on KBLA Talk 1580, talking about LA Clippers superstar Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my gosh, he's a stud, man. He really is. And watching him work out is pretty interesting because he is so dedicated. He'll go out there for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and he does the same thing almost every day. He does not play in the off season. He just works on his game. He's a powerful kid who happens to be one of the league's best defensive players. Offensively, he can really shoot the ball. And when he first came into the league, that's something he couldn't do, but he might be the best two-way player in basketball.
Don't miss the KBLA Sports Minute weekdays and Out of Bounds weekends only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
We fly, no lie, you know this.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Or whatever, they want women that have a certain aesthetic. If you look at their videos when they're describing women or talking about the women in foreign countries, they want women that have a certain aesthetic, right? And they're upset that American women that have that aesthetic do not want them for one reason or another, primarily because most of them don't have that same aesthetic. This is not about tradition versus non-tradition. This is not about submissive versus non-submissive. This is not about independent versus non-independent. This is about the fact that they want access to a certain type of woman, and those type of women in America require more than what they have to offer, and they're mad about it. So they'll go to another country where women only want to come here for one reason or another, and they will hijack their way here on these men's dollar. This is way more simple than people are making it out to be, and I do not understand how most of y'all have not seen this yet. It's right there in plain sight. Watch those videos. Look at the women that they're looking at. And then look at them.
I'm back. It's Tuesday. You thought that I got all the meat off the bone from yesterday's conversation. I did not. So I decided to do a part 2. I rarely do a part 2. But so much was said yesterday, and yet not enough. Tonight's topic, Passport Bros Part 2. Are black men opting out of relationships with black women over their feminist beliefs and a general lack of respect? I've done even more research. I did a lot of research yesterday, but I've done even more research. And the respect thing kept coming up. Sisters in America don't respect brothers. Now, please understand, I'm going to preface this at the top of the discussion. A, it is a discussion. B, your opinion and perspective is welcomed. Right? I don't have a dog in the fight. But I want to hear your perspective. 1-800-920-1580. And C, everything that's said on this topic is in general. We don't speak in absolutes here. So let me introduce you, if this is your first time tuning into the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580, let me introduce you to a term I use all the time. Some, banal. Some, but not all. Now, I was on my IG Live today, and I was promoting this show, and I was basically explaining to the people that were in the live. When you identify with something, you're going to have to defend it. Now, again, let me give you an example. If I identify with a particular religion, then the propensity or the chances of me looking down on other religions or judging other religions or condemning other religions or finding fault with other religions, there's a higher chance that may happen. So I always tell people, try not to identify with things, right? Because just like you identify with a wound, you identify with a situation in your life that was traumatic. That wound now has access to your psyche and your spirit and is elevated to the position of what I call co-author of self. You start to identify with what happened to you. Same thing, when you join something, an organization, a particular belief system, you tend to defend it. Now, is there something entirely wrong with defending your beliefs? No. But if you are, in the military, there are different ranks, right? If you're a pawn just follows orders. So they defend blindly. Right? They defend blindly. And many of us will join something and defend it blindly. I gave the analogy in my IG. I said, I asked the question, what makes a diamond sparkle? And of course, I gave the answer. The facets. The more facets in a diamond, the more brilliant a diamond is. So I was explaining to the brothers that we have to go for facet over facts. Facts are good, but facts can be manipulated. Right? Yes, they can. Facts can be manipulated. If numbers and stats can be manipulated, so-called facts can be manipulated as well. Facets, brothers. Facets equal perspective. The more facets, the more perspectives, the broader your perspective becomes. That's the type of discussion I want to have here today. One where we broaden our horizons. Yesterday's show, I broke down that a potential, listen to the phrasing, a potential reason behind why a lot of men will become a passport bro is because they have unhealed trauma. What, Zoe? Yes. Yes. If you feel marginalized, minimized, if you feel disrespected by the women here in America, and you seek an easier target in your mind, some men will go over there and do that. I also talked about the Passport Bros community is not a monolith. Not all Passport Bros think the same. So, with that being said, you may have some Passport Bros that go over there because they have power, they have resources, they have bread, and they just want to go over there and have a good time with beautiful women from all over the world, whether it be the DR, whether it be Thailand, whether it be Brazil. They want to go and have a great time with no fuss. They got the bread, they got it, they can do it. But there are other men, and I made the distinction between the two. There are other men who feel defeated here in America. Defeated by black women that, may have feminist beliefs and ideologies, right? Defeated by women that they feel don't offer and garner respect to the black man. Now, listen to me carefully. You've always heard me say this. Happiness, self-esteem, self-worth, self-acceptance, self-approval, all of that stuff is an inside job. You've heard me say that. And as I said yesterday, if you got to go out of the country to find respect, that means you haven't developed it within yourself. Respect is not a tangible good. I am respect. Give it back to me. No, it doesn't work that way. What respect is something that you cultivate within yourself in the form of self-respect. And then that starts to radiate outward, and you start to attract people to you that understand what you are as it pertains to yourself. I paid the bills, I did this, I did that, you don't have to work, you need to respect me. That's a very difficult way to get respect. Because do people really respect you, or do they rely on you? Do they depend on you? That's totally different. Tonight's topic, the Passport Bros. If you're just tuning in, the Passport Bros is a movement. It's a movement. Brothers are, I see it as brothers' version of the divestment movement. You've heard sisters say they are divesting from brothers. And I feel like the Passport Bros is somewhat of a counterpart to that. Men are saying, I'm going out of the country. I'm going to find a traditional woman whose social game rules tell them that they must submit to men. Okay? I really want to get your opinion on this, ladies and gentlemen. The number to dial to join the conversation is 1-800-920-1580. Are black men tired of black women's adherence to feminist beliefs? 1-800-920-1580. Has black women's adherence to feminist beliefs lessened the respect black women have or should have for black men? Who are the Passport Pookies? There's a brother online. He has a YouTube channel. His name is O'Shea Jackson. That's where I heard the term Passport Pookies, which speaks to the distinction I made yesterday when I was telling the brother who called in that the Passport Bros are not monolithic. There are some bros that are going out there that are broken, that are mischievous, that are hood, that are ghetto, whatever the term you want to use, and they take that attitude to other countries. Now, you know, other countries got different rules. Ask Britney. WNBA, man. Ask Britney, man. So they might go over there and they got this habitual line-stepping attitude, and they get caught up in other countries. Passport pookies. When I come forward, I see my phone lines are cracking. I want to get insight. I want to be educated tonight. Talk to me about the passport bros. Pros and cons. Good for black relationships or not so much? When we come forward, we've got a lot to talk about.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Into your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
The Institute for Diversity Certification is all about the 3 Ds: dedication, determination, and discipline. Learn more about our globally recognized diversity certification program today by calling 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192, or visit diversitycertification.org. As the #1 organization for certified diversity professionals and also certified diversity executive credentials, diversitycertification.org will provide an opportunity for you to demonstrate dedication to the field, determination to make progress, and more discipline to your process. Go today and learn more about the diversity certification system. Call 1-800-983-6192. Again, 1-800-983-6192. Or go to diversitycertification.org. That's diversitycertification.org. The standard of excellence, equity, diversity, and inclusion.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. It's normal. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
KBLA Talk 1580.
The thrill of victory. The thrill of victory. Thrill of victory. Yeah, man.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes to congratulate Mayor-elect Karen Bass on her historic win as the first woman and only second African-American to serve as chief executive of the city of Los Angeles.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Bass, and welcome back to unapologetically progressive KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and this is my very first interview, and I am proud that it's here.
We are proud to have you here. What do you want to say to the listeners of KBLA Talk 1580?
I want to say thank you from just, I'm just full of the love that I felt every place I went in the community, and I just want the listeners to know that I promise you I won't disappoint you. I will be accessible. I will never forget where I'm from, and understand that is my primary motivation.
Congratulations, Mayor-elect Karen Bass, holding all leaders accountable to you.
No matter who you voted for, no matter who you are or where you live, I will be a mayor for you.
We're KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. And we don't black down. We've got a lot to talk about. You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
So crazy. You say you never want to let
Your brother Zoe Williams back in the building. Live on KBLA Talk 1580. We turned up tonight. We had to do this part 2. Oh my God. The Passport Bros. Is the Passport Bros movement, for some men, an escape from self-work? We talked about that yesterday. Brothers got upset. A lot of brothers got upset. A lot of brothers left a lot of comments. Oh, you don't understand. And Zoe, sisters are disrespectful in the feminist movement. And sisters don't love and respect brothers no more. We not supposed to stay here under that pressure. That's what the brothers was telling me. I said, please don't turn into a he-hive, not a beehive. Say something bad about Beyonce, the beehive comes after you. Say something bad about the Passport Brothers, the he-hive shows up. Come on, don't turn it into a he-hive, brothers. What beehive you know of that got all male drones? Come on now. Oh, man, are Passport Bros holding each other accountable for taking accountability for their negative interactions with black women? In other words, do you guys check each other for disrespecting sisters? Because there are some brothers within the non-monolithic group known as the Passport Brothers that really don't care for sisters. Can we talk about that? And do the Passport Bros in general hold those brothers accountable for talking down on their sister, in light of the fact that you rarely see an Asian man talking down on his woman. You rarely see a Jewish man talking down on his woman. You rarely see a Caucasian man talk. Well, you do see them. Well, I'm going to go with the Caucasians. Yeah. I'm going to go with that. Yeah. But I'm just saying, you rarely see a lot of men just come out from different cultures and bash their women. Am I being a simp simply by bringing that up? By asking the question, why do we go to social media to tear our women down? If we got problems with our women, shouldn't we keep our problems behind closed doors, brothers? 1-800-920-1580. The phone lines are open. Let's go to New York. Don from New York, I need to talk to you.
Hello?
Hello. Talk to me, Don.
Hey.
What's the word?
The word is good evening. I'll say about the whole respect thing. It's hard to, that black voided identity, it's hard to have respect in that. And I've noticed that if people don't have a direct connection to their real, culture and lineage, tribal culture, whatever, it's even harder. They just never get it. So, just based on that, and then men working in a power system when they don't have power, it just goes bad. It's very dangerous. It becomes very dangerous. I'll have to say that. It becomes very dangerous, even for women who are interacting with those men.
Right. That's deep. That's deep. That is deep. You saying a lack of self-knowledge, a lack of culture of who you are, has many brothers seeking power because they don't have any inherently here, so they go somewhere else where they may have more power. Is that the movement?
That, and I would say it really becomes more like a I don't want to say all. I know I don't want to generalize like that, but it's more like falling into an archetype. So it becomes the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther King. It's these archetypes of men that they don't know that then become their, and that's a very dangerous. The Malcolm X archetype is dangerous. I mean, an intelligent man, and he didn't die Malcolm X. He died something else. But that particular lost man in between, the Malcolm X, is where a lot of them travel to.
Interesting.
They don't follow El Hajj. That guy never existed. It ends with Malcolm. That lost, I don't know, I need a leader. I need another man to guide me. I am the leader.
That's heavy.
You're supposed to listen.
That's heavy.
We come naturally out of a bow and arrow society, positive and negative. And we now live in a gun society, just positive. And positivity doesn't have power like that. You need negative. That's what has the power. That's what has the pull. You have to have the draw. You have to draw the bow back, and that's the feminine.
Right. You have to have the balance.
No, but to project the arrow. But women have been taken out of that space. You're not supposed to. No, girl, you can't talk. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm the leader. I know you got to listen to me and submit. And the reality is that both are to submit to the archer.
Ooh, okay. All right. I can hear that. I can see that.
They work together to submit to a greater idea. But right now we're just in this kind of like positive, go that way. And I mean, that works for other groups of people, but it doesn't really work for us like that.
So let me.
We kind of have to work with nature.
Don, you cooking right now, and a lot of brothers get mad when I acknowledge something smart or intelligent that a woman said, right? Oh, he's caping for women. He's simping for the. This is a female perspective show. I thought the men had they say. Listen. Can I ask you?
No, but women are just as dangerous.
Can I ask you a very direct question here?
Yes.
And you're going to have to answer it after I come forward. But I want you to think about it for a second. Does a man's weakness increase a woman's disrespect of him? His internal weakness, his psychological weakness, his spiritual weakness. If she's around him, does she pick his weakness up and project it back at him in the form of disrespect? When we come forward, Don is going to answer the question from New York. We on fire tonight.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
The counting continues, and it's going back and forth in Georgia between Black Republican Herschel Walker and Democrat U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock. I'm Mike Stevens with a Black Information Election Night update. The two black men are still so close in the vote count, with about 1% between them, which mirrors what happened in the general election in November. And again, at one point, Warnock was up, then Walker, and back and forth, they've been going all night long. About 80% of the vote is in, and right now, Raphael Warnock is a few thousand votes ahead. But that could change in minutes. Much of the votes are still being tabulated in the Atlanta area, which could favor Senator Warnock, and lots of rural counties that may support Walker have uploaded no votes so far. How did we get here? Well, pundits say it looks like Warnock did well in the early vote, but Walker may have done better with some of the votes cast on Election Day itself. I'm Mike Stevens. Keep it here on the Black Information Network for the latest on that Georgia U.S. Senate race.
Drought, war, and rising food prices have doubled the number of families facing malnutrition. You can help. $50 provides a food kit to feed a family for a month. Just text the word radio to 97646.
They're playing basketball. Hi, I'm Ray Trey Richardson. The NBA is back, and everybody is talking about what to expect this year. Here's the logo, Laker legend Jerry West on KBLA Talk 1580, talking about LA Clippers superstar Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my gosh, he's a stud, man. He really is. And watching him work out is pretty interesting because he is so dedicated. He'll go out there for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and he does the same thing almost every day. He does not play in the off season. He just works on his game. He's a powerful kid who happens to be one of the league's best defensive players. Offensively, he can really shoot the ball. And when he first came into the league, that's something he couldn't do, but he might be the best two-way player in basketball.
Don't miss the KBLA Sports Minute weekdays and Out of Bounds weekends only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
We fly, no lie, you know this.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a happy holiday and wants to bless you with one night only. A Wonder Winter's Night presented by Stevie Wonder's House Full of Toys benefit concert. Saturday, December 17th at Microsoft Theater. Download the KBLA Talk 1580.com mobile app to enter to win a pair of tickets. This has been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
Did you know it pays to drive electric? With government rebates, you'll save thousands on the purchase of a new or used EV. And the more you drive, the more you'll save, both on fuel and maintenance far into the future. Start seeing savings today. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to announce a can't-miss community event.
It's a celebration.
Welcome home, Mayor-elect Karen Bass.
You gotta be kidding me.
On Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., join KBLA Talk 1580 in Leimert Park at the intersection of Leimert and Vernon for this free public event as we celebrate Mayor-elect Bass's historic victory. There'll be live performances from Brian McKnight, Wapale, Club Nouveau, and more. There'll be food trucks and a diverse array of vendors, along with the attendance and participation from community leaders, elected officials, celebrities, business owners, and other notables. KBLA Talk 1580 will host Mayor-elect Bass on the main stage at 11 a.m. as we reflect on the importance of this moment and what it means for the Black community, women, and all Angelinos who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect Karen Bass and you, Saturday, December 10th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the intersection of Leimert and Vernon.
It's a celebration.
This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on, come on now.
We've got a lot to talk about. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Reason. Zoe Williams is live on KBLA Talk 1580. My playlist is my co-host. We got a new edition, Blackstreet Versus tonight. And we got a crazy topic. I mean, it was so heated last night that we had to do another one today. Okay? Before I get back to Dawn in New York, let me just do this real quick. This is a community call to action from none other than us here at KBLA Talk 1580. If you would like to be a vendor for our Welcome Home Mayor-elect Karen Bass event in historic Leimert Park on Saturday, this coming Saturday, December 10th, please email us to info@smileyAudiomedia.com and we will give you all the details you need. That's info@smileyAudiomedia.com for all the info you need on how to join us as a vendor at our Welcome Home Mayor-elect Karen Bass event Saturday, December 10th in Leimert Park. This is indeed a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. Now, let me just get back to Dawn. I left Dawn with a cliffhanger. Dawn, what are your thoughts on the question? Does a man's weakness intensify a woman's disrespect towards him? Go.
Yes.
Please give us.
Elaborate.
Yes, there are no absolutes. We know there are no absolutes, but in general, does that happen in that way? And what is the process? Please elaborate.
I would say that if a man is really dealing with weakness, like he's really suffering, he is going to push away any woman that wouldn't disrespect him. He's looking for the woman that will disrespect him.
Ooh, keep going. I see what you're cooking up. Keep going.
Yeah, you'll watch it happen. I'll say I've seen it. I'll give an example. Just someone I worked with. I knew he had an interest in me. I didn't have an interest in him because I could see the self-respect issues that he had, big time. And over, the pandemic, they had a New Year's party. And I was like, I'm going to go. I knew that the woman he was actually dealing with was there. But, it was a group of us. We went from work. And I got to see what he dealt with on a day-to-day. By the end of the evening, she was yelling in the street, calling him all kind of names. And they're now married.
Wow. Wow.
They're now married. Any normal interactions with women, he got rid of that. That's who he's with.
I heard what you said. Now, any normal interaction he had with women, normal, he pushed them away for the more toxic interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was, you are behaving like a normal person. What are you doing? I'm ready to create chaos in your life, and you're supposed to reciprocate, and we're supposed to be out in the street fighting and calling each other names, and then circle back.
Wow. Listen, I appreciate you for hanging on, Dawn. Thank you for the insight. I want to hear from more ladies tonight to share their perspective. Brothers as well. You are welcome to call in. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When I say weakness, I'm not talking about physical strength. Okay? I'm not talking about physical strength. I'm talking about psychological strength. Carl Jung, from his book, The Earth Has a Soul, The Nature Writings of C.G. Jung, page 169, he said, people will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Let me get back to it. Relationship is spiritual therapy. If you're not doing self-inventory, trying to heal yourself. It doesn't matter how much wealth you accumulate. It doesn't matter how much power you accumulate in the social metric. Relationships will always reveal that chink in your armor. It doesn't matter what country you live in or what country you go to in order to gain more power in the relationship. Do you understand? People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Carl Jung. I'm talking, listen, relationship reveals the work, but free will tells you you either can choose to do it or choose to walk away from it. This is why most relationship specialists, they don't include the spiritual piece. We had brothers leaving comments on the YouTube channel and all the other spaces where we promoted the show talking about spirituality ain't real. Brother called in here yesterday. This ain't about spiritual. A relationship is spiritual by nature. And so is the conflict that arises from relationship. The conflict is to be reconciled. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if you have your passport or not, brother, sister, whoever. If you haven't done the self-work, that passport don't heal that. Oh, let me go to another country and get somebody who's more pliable, who's more agreeable. But let's get into it. The passport bros say sisters here are disrespectful to men. Brothers. Sisters, would you call in and talk to me? Is that the truth? I've had my own experience where I can say, yes, I have been disrespected by sisters. But the passport bros are saying enough is enough. Now, I love sisters, and I'm going to find a way to make it happen with sisters. Now, that might not be you. That might not be you. You might say, "No, man, I'm gonna go get a Dominican." But let's talk about it, sisters. The brothers is mad and the sisters is mad. But sisters, are you going to come in and have this conversation about the respect level? 1-800-920-1580. When I come back, I'm going to Daryl, I'm going to Sean, and I'm going to Michael. They all over the country, brother. When I come forward, we go into the phone lines.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Will Smith opens up about the infamous Oscar slap. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. As a guest on The Daily Show, Will Smith opened up to Trevor Noah about the incident with the Oscar host and comedian Chris Rock at this year's Oscars. Will Smith, who won his first Academy Award later that night, was promoting his forthcoming film, Emancipation, when he spoke with Noah about what life has been like since the shocking incident.
That was a horrific night, as you can imagine. There's many nuances and complexities to it, but at the end of the day, I lost it. And you just never know what somebody's going through. Not that justifies my behavior at all. We just got to be nice to each other, man. The thing that was most painful for me is I took my heart and made it hard for other people. I understood the idea where they say hurt people. Yeah.
I'm Maisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580, putting the spotlight on culture and community. The Rodney King Foundation works in the community to promote positive race relations and achieve social justice. The foundation provides advocacy, educational scholarships, and the powerful Walk in Love initiative. The Rodney King Foundation seeks a world of hope, tolerance, and social justice, where divisiveness has been overcome and all people live together peacefully and harmoniously. Executive Director, Founder Laura King is striving to enhance the community's self-esteem, health, social services, and social justice locally and worldwide. The foundation is dedicated to continuing the message of Laura's father, the great Rodney King, to promote peace and #Get Along. For more information, please visit rodneyking.org or call 626-541-2907. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
More of the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right, y'all. We ain't got to ask nobody. Yeah.
Seen, looking like a natural queen. I said, let me take you for a ride, babe. To the other side, we can do just what you like, girl. We can get started as long as you're ready. As long as you're ready, babe.
Ladies brothers, the voice of reason. We've come full circle. Tonight's topic is a continuation of yesterday's, and it's just as hot. Phone line's been on fire since we started. Let's get these lines cleared up right now. Michael from San Antonio, Texas, get in here.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
What's up, good brother, man? Talk to me, man. What am I missing? I'm trying to be educated here, bro.
I don't know what it is, man. I've been following you for years. I don't know why you think that passport bros come from a place of trauma. Why is it that we recognize, or they recognize, that there's trauma in the black female, and we just don't want to deal with that?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, because you avoid, as you get older and you recognize things for what they are, you tend to avoid it. You don't want to deal with that. And I'm also coming from a perspective of military as well. Some brothers, we went over there by not on purpose. We went overseas, but through the job. Then you experience how they treat you. You get a taste of that respect, and you want to go back. So why can't the question be, you was talking to Don, why can't the question be flipped and say, why are y'all so filled with trauma that men are turning away from you? Why don't they
But you know what? That's a fair question, Michael. Listen, that's a fair question. But my question, or my retort would be a question. And that would be, aren't we a traumatized people and not just a traumatized gender? I see how you flipped it and said, sisters, y'all so traumatized, we sick and tired of dealing with it. And I understand that. Being a black man in America, I get it. You get to a certain age, you don't want to deal with their trauma. I understand it. But we're traumatized too. And I'm saying, brother, if you go to another country without reconciling your trauma, you carrying that trauma to another group of people. That's all I'm saying. Does that make sense, Michael? Am I off?
But if they typically marry somebody from another country, don't they statistically divorce less than marrying somebody? So it can't be too traumatic if the marriages or relationships are more successful with somebody from another country than it is with somebody from the good old USA.
Well, we'd have to drill down on the stat. First off, are there marriages without us over there? Is the divorce rate lower than here? And then we'd have to do a case study on the marriages between passport bros and women that are from that part or wherever country it is. And then we'd have to see what their divorce rate would be. We can't just say, well, the divorce rates are lower. We'd have to dig in and see what the data is saying about their relationships with us. Hold on, Mike. I got to come forward. But when I come back, I'm going to come right back to you because that's the kind of conversation I want to have. The brother is giving me something, and I'm learning when we come forward. More from San Antonio, Texas.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
California has millions of homes that could be damaged in a strong earthquake, and earthquakes are inevitable in the Golden State. An older home is especially vulnerable to earthquake damage, so you may need to take steps to strengthen it and help reduce the chance of damage. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com to learn about better protecting your home from earthquake damage. The work may cost less than you think and can often be completed in a few days. You've worked hard to get a home. Now's the time to protect it. Get prepared today so you can worry less tomorrow. Visit strengthenmyhouse.com.
Central Neighborhood Health Foundation is a full-service network of federally qualified health care centers that serves local communities throughout Los Angeles, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. CNHF clinics provide low-cost to no-cost, compassionate, comprehensive, quality health care, which includes primary care services for chronic disease and diabetes management, pediatric and women's services, preventive care, vision and dental screenings, COVID-19 testing and vaccines, flu vaccines, behavioral health, HIV, and substance use services. Virtual telehealth visits are available from the comfort of your home with highly qualified physicians and medical professionals. CNHF also provides peer support specialist training and help with housing navigation. Central Neighborhood Health Foundation. Your wellness is our priority. Comprehensive care built on trust and respect. For more information, visit cnhfclinics.org or call 213-536-5815 today to locate a clinic near you.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare for being KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. Into your business today in the KBLA app or KBLA1580.com for the Office of the Week. Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Childcare.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, fellas, if a brother calls a girl from the hotel room at 2 in the morning, is that or is that not a booty call? Can you help me?
Black streets in the house. We got the dog in the house. All the gangsters in the house. Yeah, check it. It's just a booty call. Hey, baby, turn around. It's not what it seems. The way I like it by the pound must be in the jeans.
Where my brothers at? What up, family?
It's a booty call.
Hey,
you know what I like.
Come on now. The voice of reason back in the building. The playlist is on fire. New Edition versus Blackstreet. It's going up in here. Let me talk to my brother Michael from San Antonio, Texas, because he was saying some good stuff and he was enlightening me on a few things. Brother Michael, what was your thought? You were in the middle of something.
I was just, while we was on break, I was just looking it up real quick, getting some data. The countries with the lowest divorce rates are Sri Lanka, Guatemala, Vietnam, Let's see, Colombia is on there, Panama. These are, so I would go on to say those women carry those same ideals from those countries that I think a lot of passport bros visit for a reason. So I know we're looking at, you want to dive into the numbers. And of course, there's other countries that do have the highest divorce rates, but they're typically, we're on there, of course, United States.
Right.
And they're Russia, Belgium, but countries that brothers ain't really visiting. And we don't have military bases in a lot of them. So I would probably say that, one, I just want to stand on it. Not every brother who goes over there who has a passport is broken. I just think that they recognize that the system is broken and it ain't favored for them here.
Right.
But because of their strength, they want to go to another country and get that respect that they just not getting from sisters. I know you're going to get sisters week and, for going over there.
I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that, Mike.
But years ago, we all remember Stella got a groove back. She was a passport sister.
She was a passport sister.
Yeah. And we all championed it. We didn't say she was broken, even though we saw in the movie that she clearly was. So she had that brokenness. The things that she did to that man. We ain't perfect. But at the end of the day, the brothers who got the means to travel to another country, they ain't weak. I just think they strong brothers. They just getting tired of the nonsense.
No, man. Hey, and listen, let me say this, Mike. I appreciate this kind of conversation, brother. See, I don't want y'all to turn into a he-hive. Like Beyonce got the beehive. I don't want y'all to turn into the he-hive. The fact that you called in and you gave me some context and some clarity about what it is that they do. But I don't get emotional and start defending and getting mad because I'm raising questions about something that appears to be alarming to me. Brother, I love the way you handled yourself in this discussion. You got a seat at the table. Call me anytime, Michael. I appreciate you, bro. Man, oh Manischewitz, when we come forward, I'm taking phone calls. I want to understand the process here, fellas. Let me know why the passport bros need to be discussed.
Real live, checking out the front, checking out the back. What I be goddamn, is it really like that? Summer's hot, winter's freezing, chasing that cat all through the season. Hey yo, girl, stop teasing. Cut the jokes, cause I really want to stroke.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
The counting continues, and it's going back and forth in Georgia between Black Republican Herschel Walker and Democrat U.S. Senator